welcome to the YouTube channel. This is the Crucible of NYC. I hope that everybody's doing well and feeling great. I just wanted to give you a review on this EcoFlow River 600 Max that I purchased a while back. And I use this pretty much to just have a source of backup in case the lights go out, which we've had periodically from time to time. We've had some brownouts up in NYC, from the Bronx, in different parts of the New York City area. I'm sure Long Island has also had their fair share of power outages as well. But I just wanted to bring to your attention and show you this unit that actually is about 576 watt hours. What does that equate to? Let's figure it out. It equates to just having like a small refrigerator running for roughly about 7 to 8 hours. And I'm talking about a full-size fridge, an economical fridge, which is not going to be pulling a lot of power, but a decent sized fridge. This device would actually run it for about anywhere between 5 to 8 hours, I would say, if it's a mid-sized fridge. So what are the options with this device? This device does come with a USB-C power delivery, 100 watts. As you can see, you can charge your tablet, you can charge your MacBook Pro, or any laptop that supports USB-C power delivery. You also have two USB-A ports, which are the slow chargers. It could charge a slow device like a light, USB light, or any USB devices that you have. You also have a USB-A fast charger that also could charge like your cell phones and everything else. You also have the 5521 ports, barrel ports there. There are two ports that are here. And you also have a cigarette lighter, which can support an inverter or any type of 10 amp output, like a small fridge or anything in that nature. Also, it does come with three 110 volt, as you can see there. This is from the inverter, and the inverter also can give you about 600 watts of total runtime. And with I believe it was these are the Alligator clips that came with this battery charger. And then you have, it comes with the MC4 connector, and this device, I'll bring it over, I'll talk about it in a little bit. And this is just a bonding port that I would use for an electric car, but I'll run over you why I have those accessories as well. We also have here a Power Queen lithium iron phosphate 100 amp hour battery. This device, it's actually just a battery, plain old battery, but the capacity is 100 amp hours. So just to equate on what's the amp hours for this device here, I would say this device is like about, I have to do the proper calculations and just look up the research as well. What is the proper amp hours? It's like roughly about maybe 20 amp hours or so, but I'll send you the information and I'll correct it in the video. What is the proper, what's the proper output for this device? So why do I have this? This is pretty much if I am in the bind and I need to add more storage to run my refrigerator or lights or everything like that, I would definitely use that battery pack to help supplement it. And how would I do that? So I would use from this device here, I will show you. I would use these Alligator clips. Since this is an XT60 connector, their focus XT60 connector, it can go onto the charging port area of this device. So here is where you would charge the EcoFlow River. So you would use your 110 outlet here. You would connect from the wall outlets. And this is your XT60 connector. This can be for solar or as you can see what I just showed you, the Alligator clips. So connecting the Alligator clips to the battery, which is right here, and then the XT60 connector into the EcoFlow River 600 Max, it would give me a longer runtime. Now, what is the runtime? And also, what is the amount of power that's going to be driven into the EcoFlow? It's usually around 100 to maybe 150 watts. So it's not a big amount of power, but it's just that if you think about it, a refrigerator surges pulls 200-300 watts, 400, whatever it is, the power that it draws. But it's not consistent. It's just like 5 minutes. Then it shuts down. So then if you have that for 5 or 10 minutes and it shuts down, you have that extra battery recharging that 5 or 10 minutes that it pulled. So it equates, you get a longer runtime. Roughly, I ran my household refrigerator with this EcoFlow River. I ran it for about, I would say, 4 or 5 hours. And it was just by itself with this, because it comes with the EcoFlow Max. It's an extra battery. Below this light, it's an extra battery. The EcoFlow River by itself, without this, has a battery, an internal battery as well. This is just an add-on battery. So this actually ran for, I would say, about 7 hours. 7 hours of total, and it was about 40 to 35%. So as you can see, with just this device, and it's just my fridge, I can have a longer runtime. Now, if I had the Power Queen, it would extend it to, I would say, for a couple of days. But by that time, you're gonna get your power back. So this device here is what charges the Power Queen 100 amp hour lithium iron phosphate battery. So this is the power for it. It goes on the side, and then you can use your XT60 to Alligator clips to the other side to charge the Power Queen. And once the Power Queen is charged, then you'll get a display saying it's fully charged. So this is a 20 amp inverter charger. It's a smart battery charger, not an inverter charger, excuse me, a smart battery charger that has lithium option, AGM option, life pole, and to repair the battery if there's a problem with the battery. So I have this setup. It's just a basic setup for the house. I also have a Blue Eddy AC200 Max that I also purchased, and I'll do a review on that one because I also wanted to bring that one to your attention and how beneficial that one became to me. I do have solar panels, but this is for an apartment based. So if you're thinking about an apartment, I highly suggest something similar to this. The only thing is that with solar panels, I have these solar panels. I have 3 AllPowers. They're 100 watt each. They're not the greatest because they say they're about 100 watts, but the throughput is about maybe within 60 to 80 watts. So it's not that bad, but it's not that great. I had 3 that I ran them in parallel, so which helped me increase the charge time. I laid them out in the fire escape as well, and it was working fine. And then I had purchased this other solar panel. It's called the Rofi. So this Rofi solar panel is actually 200 watts. It's a 200 watt panel. I'll do a full review on this one, on the solar panel. It's a great solar panel. It's pretty sturdy. It has magnetic clips, and it is the ETF coating. It does have that coating that it prevents it from the waterproofing. So I'll do a whole review on those solar panels, and then I'll just show you guys what I've done with this. So in the meantime, I can give you guys a quick sneak peek of the Blue Eddy AC200 Max. So it's right there. So when I will give a review on that one, but that thing is huge and heavy. But I actually purchased that because 2 reasons. Number 1, I have an electric car. I do drive an electric car, so it's not like a Tesla or anything like that. It's a fairly older EV. It's a 2017 Kia Soul EV. Love that car. So I had purchased the Blue Eddy AC200 Max in conjunction with the Power Queen 100 amp hour battery to give me a longer runtime, just in case if I have to charge my car, if anything happened, any power outages, or if I'm going on a long distance and I need to charge my batteries in any event. So that's pretty much it that I wanted to just briefly show you guys. That I think that if you have an apartment and you live in the city, I think that to just for precautions or just a peace of mind, that if you do have a power outage, which I had in my building, because Con Edison had a power outage around this district, So this district was out of power for about, I would say, 6 hours. So if you're home, 6 hours seems like a long time, but you can run your fridge. I think it was more than 6 hours. I think it was like 10 hours, but it was, it seemed like a long time, but still, the whole point is we've had a brownout before, and from that brownout we were without light. So why not have something that you could have as a backup at home and then not have to worry about that? Oh man, my food is going to spoil. I don't have light, or I wanted to charge something and I can't. So that card that comes with everything there, I'll review everything that's on that card. And also I wanted to mention about price. So the EcoFlow River 600 Max, with the device alone by itself, without the battery on the bottom, it came out to about $350. I had about $100 and something worth of coupons. So the device came out to like $213 and $235, excuse me, $235. And then the battery pack on the bottom came out to an additional 200. So a total about like 450 bucks. But that was, I'm talking about 3 years ago when this device was actually in, demand, and it was pretty popular. But for the time being at that time, I got it for 450 bucks, which is, at that time, it was not bad. Now I'm sure that you can get something a lot greater with a better device that can give you a higher output, better chemistry, who knows, even lighter. But I can assure you that the EcoFlow River 600 Max was very light in comparison to a lithium iron phosphate battery. The chemistry for the lithium iron phosphate is extremely heavy. It's like almost double the capacity of the actual weight of the EcoFlow River 600. So if you take something that's about the same dimensions for EcoFlow River 600 Max and you compare both weights, you're going to get double the weight on the lithium iron phosphate than a lithium ion because they're lighter. But other than that, I mean, everything was well worth it at the time being, and I'm happy with it. I never had an issue with it as well. I didn't show you again, EcoFlow River 600 Max, great little device. It's helped me a lot during the years, and the chemistry. Just to a quick disclaimer, just a quick note. This chemistry on this EcoFlow River 600 Max has lithium ion cells. So these are the type of cells that everybody's freaking out about, like, oh man, that it's gonna blow up or anything like that. Listen, if you take care and charge your devices accordingly, store them how they ask you to store them, and use them appropriately, you're not gonna have a problem. There's not gonna be an explosion or anything like that. I've owned this device for 3 years. I've never had a problem. This device is great. Actually, 2.5 years, 3 years, yeah. And this device has been great. I've used it many occasions, many times. I've drained it to like 5% and I've recharged it and never had a problem. No smell, no swelling, no nothing. And EcoFlow is a great company. I stand by their products. I believe that they're a very smart company, very innovative. And if something happened, I'm sure EcoFlow will respond. So in the event that you see that there's two different chemistries, one is LifePol 4, which is the power queen, and then you have the EcoFlow lithium ion. Yes, you can use the power queen to charge a lithium ion battery because it's just transferring energy. It's not going to explode or anything like that. I've used it many times. I've charged it. I'll do another video with me charging the unit from the battery, using it at the same time, so that you guys can see that it can be depleted and everything and being used. But that's the end of my video. I just wanted to bring that to your attention. This is just my little household. That's another review for the future. Ubiquiti Unify. It's a great access point. It's just my stereo equipment and all that stuff. But thanks again, guys. And I wish you guys the best. And I hope everyone has a fantastic day and evening. Take care.